Hi, I'm Morgan.
And I'm Stevie.
And welcome to the Unhinged Smut Book Club podcast.
We should make out for attention.
If you're into girls getting banged by monster dicks, it's a fun time.
You know that dick was good if it makes you want to go to Florida.
What in the Game of Thrones is happening here?
It was the right length for me to enjoy it.
Yeah, it was.
I am kind of into tentacles right now.
Erotic seed planting.
Here we discuss the most unhinged smut that the publishing world has to offer.
It's a book club, but for sluts. So today, let's talk smut.
Let's talk smut. It's a novella episode.
It is a novella episode.
Our second. And it's my birthday month.
Yay!
And so I chose Shrek smut.
Shrek smut.
Because that's what was just calling to be.
Nothing says springtime like Shrek smut.
Absolutely.
Nothing says happy birthday, Stevie, like Shrek smut.
For sure. For sure. Ogre is 100% my type.
100%.
No. But I think I saw this on TikTok and I was like, we have to for science.
Yeah. I think it had been in the back of my mind when I had seen it where some girl was, the only thing I remember from the video on TikTok was like, what, my Shrek smut?
Right? Yeah. I think Hawk Hates You also referenced it in one of her videos too. And
this is definitely something Hawk has read.
Yeah. And if they do anything, I will also do it. Well, besides start an OnlyFans, I guess. I'm probably not going to do that.
I think they were into sex work before OnlyFans.
They were, yeah. So.
Yeah, I can't see you as an OnlyFans content creator.
No, I don't really, I don't want to do anything that makes men happy.
No.
Generally speaking.
But you would be taking money from them.
I know, which is tempting.
I know.
I went to college in a place that has a lot of strip clubs. Strip clubs galore.
Me too.
And I was in my peak pick-me era, which was just closeted bisexuality, turns out. Where I was like, I'm not like other girls. I love to see boobies. Let's go to the strip club. It's like, no, you're just a little gay, actually.
I still have that picture that you sent to the group chat, like almost 2 years ago at this point, where it's like you look like the epitome of an emo kid, like a MySpace emo kid with the black and mild in your mouth. You were like, it was probably just a Tuesday, and I was going to the strip club, and I think about that picture all the time, and how Coco was like, Kesha found dead because like.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the best pictures of you that I've ever seen.
It's something. We might be able to blur parts of that to
You are
post.
Unrecognizable from the person
Frankly,
you are today.
Yes. When I was teaching high school, because I have a lot of tattoos, and my students were like, you just don't look like a person who should have a lot of tattoos. And I'm like, no, you don't understand.
You don't understand.
And I pulled up an old picture of me with the bleach blonde, scene bangs, pink clip-in extensions. And I was like, this lives inside me. She's in there. I just don't have the energy to put on fake eyelashes every day anymore.
Also, they banned traditional Four Locos, so
I know.
It's hard to awaken that demon.
I'm also asthmatic now. There's no black and milds in my future.
I married a Catholic man, okay? This is not happening.
I sure did. Yeah.
Could you imagine the havoc we would have wreaked had we known each other in college?
We'd have been unstoppable.
We truly probably would have burned a city to the ground. Multiple cities. We just would have moved on from place to place.
Yeah. You would have been living vicariously through my hoe phase, which means my hoe phase would have been exponentially worse than it was.
It would have been two closeted bisexuals in the, like, we would have been resisting the sexual chemistry. It would have been a mess. It would have been a fucking mess.
Like, we should make out for attention. No other reason.
Chaotic. It would be chaotic to say the least.
Funny.
Okay, so
Anyway, so Shrek smut. Lord. Okay, so the book is called Get in My Swamp by G.M. Ferry.
G.M. Ferry.
Who I'm now realizing has written a lot of things that is on our podcast TBR. I did not connect those dots. But yeah, I think next month is also by her, or for our novella.
Pounded by Produce is next month?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our June one, isn't it?
So G.M. Ferry is a #1 best-selling romance author who dabbles in fantasy, sci-fi, and all things whimsical. She's best known for Get in My Swamp and Pounded by Produce. Her specialty is taking the stories we all know and love and ruining them in the best way possible. So a few other books you may have heard of. Pounded by Produce. Come back next month for our novella episode. We'll be covering that. A wolfish love series and multiple fairy tale retellings.
There were almost too many to count. There was like a Red Riding Hood one. There was I think it was a B movie retelling.
That's what I'm guessing.
But
that's my guess.
Yeah, there were several. I was like, oh, that's fairy tale. That's a fairy tale as I was going through. And I was like, there's too many lists. We're just going to put fairy tale retellings.
There you go.
Okay, so the back of the book summary is short and sweet. When Liona stumbles upon Beck, the ogre's trap, and becomes his prisoner, she's determined to escape. But it doesn't take long for things to start heating up between the two. Beck is trying to protect her, and Liona can't help her body's reaction to the buff green monster. The lines between captive and captor become blurry, and the passion becomes a raging fire neither of them can put out.
There you go. Tropes and trigger warnings.
So Get in My Swamp is a dark fantasy romance between a snarky young woman and a brute green ogre. While fun, the story includes elements that might not be suitable for some readers. Abduction, non-consensual bondage, consensual bondage, mention of incest, mention/description of past trauma, child abuse, neglect, suicide, cheating, and violence are present in the novel.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, and so we enter the book. We are at, well, first thing I really thought was cute and fun was the slight changing of names. So it's Liona instead of Fiona, Beck instead of Shrek. It was Donnie instead of Donkey. And so Liona is at her bachelorette party, which her future sister-in-law planned, and was like, we're going to go to a silent retreat in the swamps of Florida, which is everyone's bachelorette dreams. And Leona's not having a good time. And she finally is like, I'm going for a fucking walk. And don't come looking for me. Left a note, going for a walk, don't come looking for me. And yeah, she's engaged to this guy. I don't remember his first name.
Lawrence
Fark.
Like
right,
Lord.
like Farquaad. Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord Farquaad. She's good. I didn't even catch that part.
I didn't catch it until she said Lawrence Fark, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
there it is.
There you go. Who is, the best thing about him is that he's rich.
The best thing about him is that he's rich.
Because she came from a very unstable childhood with a lot of neglect, abuse, not great. Mm-hmm. And so she's not necessarily a gold digger, but the security that he can provide, her inner child is like, yes, that's what I should do. But he has a tiny dick. It's one of the first things we learn about him.
Literally.
And he doesn't try and compensate for it in any other way.
Nope. He's like, I got mine.
Yeah.
That's the end.
Yeah, it's a shame. So she's like miserable at this bachelorette party. Not even really sure she wants to marry this guy, but feels like it would be like dumb not to because he can offer her a lot. And then she goes off for a walk into the woods. And all I can think is mosquitoes.
In Florida?
Yeah.
Girl, let me tell you.
Seriously.
As someone who has lived in the swamps of Florida, the mosquitoes, the spiders, also
near a swamp, fucking alligators.
Yes, the wildlife.
Yeah.
The other wildlife that lives there, the snakes.
Yeah.
The gators.
It's bad.
The frogs. won't get you, but
Yeah, but they're icky and slimy.
Yeah, you don't want one hopping out in front of you.
No.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So she's walking through the swamp forest at night and suddenly is falling into a hole.
Yep.
That's it.
Knocks out.
And
then we meet Beck, who eats people when it's like convenient.
When they fall into his trap.
Yeah. And
because there's signs everywhere that say, go away.
Yeah.
Or you will be eaten.
Well, it says like, no trespassers will be shot. So he's like, okay, well, you should assume that you will die if you walk here. So
Truly.
like, it's only fair. You know, I might not be shooting you, but like, you expected to die.
Yeah.
And I might as well have a little snick snack paddywhack in the
Absolutely.
process. Because his job is deep in these woods. There is a bunch of mythical creatures who are living in secret. And so his job is to kind of watch this boundary and make sure that like, if a human does stumble upon them, they're not leaving to go tell the world about their existence because, you know.
They've been able to maintain anonymity and stay in seclusion. There's a town of 200 of them, and they've been able to stay secret through paying off local officials and through their own self-preservation of there's a sign.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to die.
And our guard ogre.
Yeah. So he's the front line of defense to kind of like keep everybody.
But he's
safe
never
and sound.
hurt a woman or a child. That's kind of his line. And so it's a woman, and he's like, immediately horny because he's the only ogre, and so he doesn't really get some ever. And also is a little conflicted because he's like, I don't want to eat this person. I mean, I would. But... And so the town meets, and he's like, how about I just keep her? And they're like, that seems fair.
Yeah, like an indentured servant kind of
For
situation.
sure. But, you know, forever.
Until she dies.
Yeah. And he tells her this, and she's like, the fuck you are.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I'm not really keen to get back to my fiance, but like,
I don't
do
want to
have a
here.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's kept there for a little while, and she is like, you know what I'm going to do? She calls it Operation Pussy Trap.
Yep, I'm going to honeypot
like,
my way out of this.
Exactly. She's like, it's very evident that he's got a boner for me. Mm-hmm. And so, like, she starts fucking with him and, like, masturbates in front of him to try and get the upper hand. But then she actually enjoys it a bit too much watching him and watching him watch her. And then he doesn't even, like, finish.
Yeah, Leona twice in the book tries to get the upper hand by using her own masturbation against him and does not
get
the upper hand.
It backfires both times. Yeah. And so that's kind of when she's stuck with him, the situation that's going on. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, she wants to get out. And apparently he has more willpower. This ogre who never sees any type of female form has more willpower.
Well, they have like the internet and TV and stuff out there. So he's like, they have like social skills. So, which you could go either way of like, I've never gotten to have sex with anybody. I want it that bad. Or it's like, well, I've never had sex with anybody. I can hold out another month or whatever. One thing I highlighted was I've always been a gentleman, an ogre, but a gentleman nonetheless. Tonight, I'll just defile her in my dreams. And that's a lot of his inner monologue of like, I mustn't. I must maintain the upper hand.
All right.
Oh, in this other one, she doesn't seem like the type of girl to swoon over such basic decencies, such as not eating her, but maybe my good old buddy Stockholm will help me out. Like, wow, the bar really is on the floor.
The bar is in hell. The bar is in the trap that Beck set to trap humans. That's where the bar is.
Yeah.
So to go through the rest of the story for the recap, she tries to get the upper hand on him multiple times, is not successful. They only wind up more sexually frustrated with each other. And finally, we just really give in to our baser needs. I think there's a sexy chase me through the forest, and I will sexy catch you scene when they finally have sex.
Because I think initially is trying to run away.
Yeah.
But then she sees him coming and she's like, I can make the best out of this situation. I can find a silver lining here, I think.
Because he does catch her. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, oh no.
It would be a shame if you had your way with me now. No, don't.
And they wind up falling in love.
In love. But then they do the thing where it's like,
a wizard, one of the younger wizards in the town, corners Beck at like the pub or a market or something like that when they're out together because she needs more clothes because he destroyed her clothes in the sexy run away from me, I will sexy chase you down scene. And they're just out in town, and a younger wizard corners Beck and is like, hey, the older wizards don't want me to tell you this, but there's actually a potion I can give you that will erase her memories. So if you really do want to let her go, you can give her I will give you this potion. She can leave and forget us. And, like, that'll be done. And so then he's like, oh, okay, thanks for that. And he has this big inner turmoil of like, do I let her go or do I keep her? Do I let her stay with me? And he's like, no, this isn't her place.
Yeah.
She doesn't belong here. She's too wild and wonderful to be here with these mythical creatures.
Because there's also this situation where Donkey is not nice in this story. He, like, sexually assaults her, basically.
Yeah.
Which is not included in the trigger warnings. That's very much...
Oh, it is not.
Sexual assault. And Beck intervenes, beats the shit out of them. They fuck in front of his unconscious body, as you do.
As you do.
Yeah, while covered in his blood. And he says, I don't want the members of this community to think of her as my property. Property can be stolen or damaged with a slap on the wrist. Liona is not property. She's everything. She deserves more. I thought that was very sweet.
That was very sweet.
Yeah.
So he wasn't going to tell her until that happened.
Because then he was like, I can keep you here, but I can't necessarily keep you safe.
I can't keep you safe. And so they sit down, and he's like, you have to take this potion. You have to leave. And
because he professes his love to her.
Yeah.
After, in the sex scene after beating up Donnie.
Yes.
And she's like, whoa. And then he goes and gets the potion, and then she ponders it over. He comes back, and she's like, hey, I love you too. How fun. This worked out. And he's like, no, you gotta go.
Yep, gotta go.
Here's
Bye.
this potion. See you later.
So she's pissed.
Yeah.
And so she leaves without taking the potion. She's like, I'm not in the mood to like ruin everybody else's life. Because this one guy broke my heart. But also, fuck all of this noise. And as she's tromping back through the forest, she runs into Lawrence.
Yeah, her
Lawrence
fiance.
is in the forest looking for her. He was so worried about her. It's been like a week and a half, 2 weeks. He's so worried about her. And she's like, why did nobody else come looking for me? He's like, well, you left a note that said, don't come looking for you. So
I would think that note expires after 24 hours.
After like 8 hours.
Yeah, even. Overnight.
Yeah. Hey, you're not back yet. Where the fuck are you? So he's like, oh, thank God I found you. I was so worried. But Leona's like, you don't really seem that worried. Where did you even get these clothes? He like went to REI before he came tromping through the Florida swamp forest. So they go back home to California. Things are getting back together. She gets a text message from her sister, her soon-to-be sister-in-law, that's like, hey, Lauren says you're back. I'm so glad you're safe and sound. That fucking bitch.
That fucking bitch.
So Liona is heartbroken, but she's like, I guess this is best. I'll move on with my life. Victoria reached out to me. I need to be better. She's like one of my only friends and also my future sister-in-law. How about I pick up lunch and just surprise her at her house with it? So she picks up sushi burritos, which is such an LA thing.
Such an LA thing.
And then drives on over to Victoria's house. Comes through the front door. Surprise, surprise. No knocking. She's like, I feel like, why should I do that?
Yeah.
She has this whole little monologue of like, why it was terrible to knock on the door. And I'm like, ma'am, you could just knock on people's doors.
Yeah.
That's fine. And then Victoria's like, oh my God, Leona, you're here. Hang on 1 second. Don't go in my room. And she's like, do you have someone over? And Leona's like, no, don't worry about it. And then Leona peeks a little bit through the door and she finds Lawrence.
Her fiance.
Her fiance and Victoria's brother.
Mm-hmm.
In her bed with nothing but his boxers on.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, what the fuck is going on?
No,
what in the Game of Thrones
right
is happening here? And turns out that they're only half siblings.
Which makes it totally fine.
It makes it worse. It makes it worse.
Oh my god.
Because you looked for a loophole.
Right.
That makes it worse.
Oh god.
And Lawrence is like, it's not what it looks like. But she's like, what the fuck is it then? Because it looks like you two are fucking.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, okay, I guess that is what it looks like. So anyway, you can just pretend you never saw this. You and I can still get married as usual.
Mm-hmm.
You can fuck who you want. I can fuck who I want. We can have some kids along the way. And, like, everything will be fine. And she's like, absolutely the fuck not. Get me out of here. You guys are disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
This is so fucked up. We're through.
Mm-hmm.
And leaves. And then starts to kind of, like, live her life on her own. She's, like, back to waitressing, living in a shitty studio apartment in LA, and missing the life that she once had for a week and a half in the swamp of Florida. But what can she do? She can't afford to fly back to Florida.
You know that dick was good if it makes you want to go to Florida. That's all I can say. You can pay me to go to Florida right now.
There's one place in Florida you could pay me to go to, but it's Disneyland.
Oh, fair enough.
That's it.
Yeah.
But even still, probably. Do I have to right now?
Yeah.
Do I have to?
No.
So, she's having a feel. She's super sad about the way her life is, but she knows, that it needed to be this way when all of a sudden.
Right, because if you're held captive by someone, how can you know you actually love them? How can you trust your feelings?
Yeah.
Which I think her and Beck were both having. So
right.
She had to leave and voluntarily come back. But anyways, so she's like, I can't even afford to go back now that I want to. Suddenly, someone bursts through her door.
Yeah, bang, bang, bang through her door.
Yeah.
And who is it but our wonderful ogre friend, Beck.
Who somehow got through TSA without being discovered as an ogre.
The wizards.
Oh, yeah.
Because she said, how did you even get here? And he went, one of the wizards gave me... what is that potion? What is that thing?
A glamour?
A glamour. One of the wizards gave him a glamour spell to glamour himself. And he's like, I'm here and I love you and I miss you and please come back with me. And she's like, oh my God, I love you and miss you and I want to go back with you. And that's where our story ends.
And they live happily ever after.
They do live happily ever after, to the point that there's 2 more books.
I know, and I kind of want to read them. I'm disappointed this isn't Kindle Unlimited, though.
It's not?
No. I had to pay multiple dollars. It was worth it. It was good.
It was good.
I enjoyed it.
Okay, so that is the storyline recap. Let's get into first impressions.
Yeah.
Tell me.
When I saw how many pages this was, I was like, oh, okay. Because, novellas, we're going to have to start doing a page count because 200 is kind of a lot for a novella. But I read it in a couple hours. It was a nice, fast read.
Yes.
And it was the right level of having an actual plot without taking itself too seriously, which is what I like my novellas to be. Mm-hmm. And it was just the right amount of silly with the right amount of stakes, Mm-hmm. For a lighthearted little Shrek smut moment,
It definitely was Shrek smut. My first impressions were, again, it's a little bit longer, but it did read very quickly. Mm-hmm. It was silly. The storyline was set up in the right way where there's a problem. I'm not a big fan of a third act breakup, but
I think in this one it's called for because
I guess
situationally it is oh, you do need to separate to be are you making the best of being a captive or do you actually want to be there? You know what I mean?
I mean, he did want his good friend to Stockholm.
I can appreciate them when it's, I'm going to give you distance to sort your shit out and make you actively choose me.
But that's not what they had decided to do.
That is true, but it's how it worked out.
It is how it worked out. I understand the point of changing the names, but for me it was just very corny.
Yeah.
To change the names like that. We obviously like can't keep the same names because of the intellectual property.
Yeah, TM.
Of it. But yeah, the like changing the names like that to where it like mirrored the names, I was like, come on.
I love that. I thought it was silly.
No, I have 3 bullet points about it. Every single time there was Beck, Shrek, Liona, Fiona, Donnie the donkey, and he sounds like Eddie Murphy.
Oh my God. I didn't realize he sounded like Eddie Murphy.
In the audiobook.
That's funny.
He like pitched his voice to sound like Eddie Murphy. Beck in the audiobook is Scottish, just like Shrek is.
Oh my God.
And then Donnie sounds like Eddie Murphy, like a poor impression of Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, see, audiobook, I don't think I could get down with that.
Maybe that is what.
It's a little too much.
To be able to get it done, because I started it on Thursday, and, you know, my kid's on spring break right now. Mm-hmm. So she's at home, which has really tanked the way I've been getting books read. Because she just sees me with a book, and she's like, Mommy, play with me.
Yeah, she's like, are you sitting there doing nothing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I know I'm not getting paid for my podcast, but like I do have to treat it like it's work. Can you please?
So that hopefully one day it is a job with an income. Maybe manifesting.
Wouldn't it be nice?
It'd be so nice.
Wouldn't it be nice? So yeah, I listened to the audiobooks so that way I could get through it. But I was rolling my eyes so hard at that. But yeah, I liked the villain aspect of it, of like Lawrence and his friends and Victoria and her friends, of like they're all like really vapid and shallow and just very LA. And that like you're giving the villainship to the people who actually deserve it instead of like the man-eating monster.
Yeah.
Who a lot of people would say is the villain. And then nope, that thought's gone.
You're so pretty.
I've had coffee today too.
God, you're so funny.
Yeah, this was just my first impressions in my notes are just, it's just my stream of consciousness as I was writing stuff down as I was reading through. But I thought it was almost corny. And just too many callbacks to the movie in a way of like, I'm like, this feels like too much like it's fan service and not like it's actual writing. This was Shrek fan fiction, basically.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. I felt 50-50 on it. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I'm like, this is not winning any awards for me.
I'm with you. I enjoyed it for what it was, for sure. The smut, though?
The smut was really good. We had a sex dream in chapter 3. So, like, immediately.
And it was almost like a...
Like, foreshadowing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, she was held captive and was, like, excited for the captor to come in and use her body. But then it like, shifted, and it was her fiance, and she woke up screaming.
Yeah, and that's what prompted her to go take the walk.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm not getting back to sleep after that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was a sex dream right away. Beck gets her in the cage, and this is where she tries to use like masturbation as manipulation. And I loved, you were in his POV for that scene. So basically she's like, I'm gonna fuck myself in front of him, and I'm gonna bring him to his knees. And he is like, he meets her fire for fire every single time, right? So she's starting the process. She's going down on herself. No, she's not going down on herself.
That would be very impressive.
I'm really good with words today.
Oh my God.
This has been a very good day for me for podcasting purposes.
Goodness.
She starts to masturbate, and he's like, oh, you want to play this game? So he sits down and just takes his dick out.
And
is
she
like,
goes, whoa.
Boing.
Because she's been dealing with like a fucking pencil dick for 2 years. And then she's like, oh my God.
Look at
and
that.
tells him that.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yep. And so he's like, I can tell she's getting close. She's going to climax. I do not want to be the one to climax first. And he literally, he holds off. She comes and then he puts his dick away and is like, so are you hungry? Let's have dinner.
yes. He's like, so now that's out of your system. Like,
And then that very night, because he lets her out of the cage to come sit down and eat, right? And she's like, I am so uncomfortable right now. Like, how can he just pretend like he still has a raging heart on?
yeah.
He's just serving me dinner. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So at dinner, he's like, I'll walk you around. I'll show you everything tomorrow. We'll make the best out of it, basically. Like, I'll show you around. And she's like, don't you think I'm going to run away? He's like, no, I'll just chase you down. You're not getting away from me.
Foreshadowing.
So the very next day, he shows her around. And that night, she's like, do I have to sleep in the cage? And he's like, no, you can sleep in the bed, but I only have one bed, so we'll have to share it. And she was like, oh, you can't be a gentleman and just sleep on the floor. He's like, absolutely the fuck not, but you're welcome to.
Right.
And so they sleep in the bed together. And she is like, all right, I'm going to run away in the middle of the night. And she's awake in the middle of the night, and she looks at him sleeping, and he's got a hard on in the middle of his sleep. And so then she, again, starts to touch herself.
Like, I can pause to enjoy this moment before I flee my captor.
Yeah. So she starts to touch herself, eyes closed. And then I think he, like, whisper moans her name.
No, she, like, feels his eyes on her, and she realizes he's watching her, and he goes, can I help?
And she freaks out. He's masturbating also.
Was he?
Yes.
Okay.
Or he was touching himself
I don't
at
remember.
least. And yeah, and he's like, can I help? And she's like, ah! And freaks out. Rolls over and pretends she's going to sleep, like ignores him. And she waits. She's like, okay, I definitely have to leave now. And waits for him to go to sleep. And then you get back to his POV and he was like, oh man, I really wanted to touch her.
I swear he does. No. This is what happens. He does. She does let him. He does get her off.
That's right.
And then she freaks out and rolls over, is like, I just did that.
Yep.
And without, because I was like, I remember the first like few interactions being only about her getting off.
That's right.
Yeah. And so he gets her off, she rolls over, and then he rolls over as well. Is like, okay. And then is like, I guess I'm just gonna continue to have this boner going on fucking 36 hours. It's fine. I'm fine.
Yep. That is what it is. He finger bangs her and she realizes she enjoyed it, freaks out.
Because she's like, his fingers are bigger than my fiance's dick.
Yeah, one of his fingers is bigger. Something to that effect. So, like, the smut was good. And then she runs away. She waits until he's asleep, and she runs away. And she thinks she gets pretty far, and then she hears him crashing through the forest. And then she's like, oh, no.
Running through the woods.
Oh, no, you found me. And he's like, mine.
Yeah,
Yep.
literally. And she's like, if you don't fuck me right now, I will kill you. Because he's like, I don't know if you can take it.
Yep.
And she's like, if I die, I die.
What a way to go.
And yeah, right? And
But he
she's
also
fine.
tells her in that moment, do not run away from me again because bad girls get tied up and fucked.
And she's like, don't threaten me with a good time.
So that is the third sex scene. The fourth one is after he beats Donnie's face in
Yes.
by the river when he says, I love you.
One comment, appreciate that there's like a size difference, but there's no like, he had to magically rearrange my organs to make it fit. And there's no like, oh, wow, this kind of fucking hurts, but like, I bet I can get used to it. Like, because that takes me out. Because I'm like, no one wants a dick that big.
No.
That's beyond the fantasy of, I almost said dick pic.
I don't need a wine bottle.
Exactly. Like,
Or not. Although you did, to quote you, I had a baby. I could take it.
Yeah.
You were referring to a knot, which I think was probably 6 inches
that
across.
You know, I might have been overestimating myself.
Maybe, but that would be a slow stretch.
Exactly. And it's not like the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That feels different to me compared to like start to finish fucking like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
It's just a lot.
Mm-hmm. I could tell Beck had big dick, but it didn't seem like it was like, where is this going to fit?
Yeah.
She was like, it's going to be fine.
Yeah. Which I appreciate. That is the appropriate level of emphasis on size.
The female form really can accommodate.
It really can.
But let's not.
Magical creatures. But like, honestly, I shouldn't have to. That's where I'm at. In my life.
But the smut was great.
It was great.
Because the last sex scene is after he beats Donnie's face in.
Is that the last one? No, not the last one. Because then they're in her apartment when he breaks in. They bang there too. Mm-hmm. Of course they do. They have a lot of sex. There's a lot of smut in this.
Blacked out at that point. So 5 sex scenes then total? Yeah, that sounds right.
Sure.
Out of 25 chapters.
Yeah.
That's a good amount.
It's pretty frequent.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you add in like dreams and like fantasizing.
Yeah.
There's little snippets.
I wonder, no, I don't know if I really have the patience for that, to pull the stats for the smut.
No.
From every single book. I might do it.
You can. You're more than welcome to.
You can.
That's something you want to take on.
That can be your job, Morgan.
Absolutely.
I really loved what a tease he was with it all, right? That it like blew up in her face multiple times. Mm-hmm. I was cackling when he put his dick away in that first scene and was like, all right, time for dinner.
It was the right level of like fucking with her without it being like demeaning. You know what I mean? Like it was...
All I could imagine was like he puts his dick away and then like slaps the top of his thighs.
Yeah,
and was like
the white man. All right then, like time to go. Oh man.
All right, I guess I should be off then.
Yeah. Oh man.
So let's talk about any other things you loved in the book.
I mean, I want to read the next book. Like, I think that's a sign of, like, it was good enough where I'm like, I'd read the next one. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I can't say that about all of the books we've read.
No, for sure. Like, I read Forked, and I was like, I will not be reading the rest of these. Whereas, like, you liked it, and you read the rest of them. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, there are some books where I'm like, I think I'm good. I don't need to know what happens next.
Yeah. This was a very classic, like, I didn't love this book, but I had a good time.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I didn't have a bad time. But I didn't have a great time either.
Exactly.
I had a great time with the smut.
Yeah.
But with everything else, I thought it was incredibly corny. So let's get into critiques. What have you got?
For what it is, I don't really have... There are some corny bits where, like, he's wearing gray sweatpants. I'm like, okay.
The erotic seed planting.
I don't remember.
Oh my God. It's like his very first chapter where he's like, I like gardening. Planting seeds is erotic. Using my fingers to find the right place.
Sir, you are lonely.
Bruh.
Sir, you need actual human companionship, I think.
I could have done without erotic seed planting. Yeah. And then I ordered it on Amazon.
Yeah, where it's like...
Get out.
Just some things are like too real world.
Yes.
It's like, I didn't need that.
I didn't need that. I know it... I didn't need that. And then just like the corniness of some things. Like I wrote, I swear to God, if he makes waffles in the morning, I will scream. And then in like one of the last scenes, he was like, I'm making waffles. And I was like... Ah!
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't. It was too corny. Those are my critiques. Is like there were some things that were too real world. Some things that I was like, why would you say that?
Yeah.
And then other things of like, it didn't have to be a bang on of the original.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So what would you rate this book?
I would give this 3 stars.
I think I also gave it 3.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I'm not going to tell people not to read it. Like, if you're into girls getting banged by monster dicks, it's a fun time.
Which, if you're listening to this podcast, you probably are.
You probably are. It's a fun time. It's not an unfun time. It's not terribly written. For me, it was just incredibly corny. So 3 stars.
It was the right length for me to enjoy it. Like,
Yeah, it was. You walked into that one.
I did walk directly into that. But anyways, spice level, it's like 4 stars.
4, yeah.
It's very
4 stars.
normal sex.
Yes. Yeah, there's nothing super crazy about it. There's not weird monster junk. There's not, but just the graphicness of it and like just the spiciness of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that it is spicy for what you're getting. It's sexy.
Yeah.
It's good smut.
Unhinged. For monster smut, this did not feel unhinged.
No.
This felt like maybe
2.
Yeah, 2.5 because it's your kidnapper. I feel like adds an unhinged level. And I mean, monsters, period. I feel like that's an automatic 2.
But for me, I feel like that you can give it more unhinged if you want.
Yeah.
For me, I think it was a 2. I think it hits some of like the dark romance tropes, like the kidnapper and like being abducted, and then fucking next to a body. That was
yeah. I'm going solid
beaten.
2.5. Solid 2.5.
But outside of that, it wasn't really an unhinged.
Yeah, it didn't like if you took out the fact that he was
An ogre?
it would be a very normal book.
Agreed.
A fun extra. My only thought is if you had to pick not necessarily a monster, but like a classic mythical creature to fuck, what would you choose?
Can we insert Jeopardy music here?
Right? I mean, I feel like I would want a normal human face.
Humanoid, at least.
You can be a different color, but like your mouth, we need to be able to kiss.
We got a smooch.
Yeah. Which, like, he had tusks, which I'm like, that seems incompatible with.
They're not super big
smooching.
tusks.
Fair enough. My cover was different. My cover is neck down. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the cover for all of the books.
Cute.
But also, what does regular Shrek look like?
I don't want to think about that.
Regular Shrek doesn't have tusks at all.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. I'm trying to think of all of the mythical creatures out there. My brain goes to like the books by Kimberly Lemming. Like The Time I Got Drunk and.
I know my gut is going like Shifter.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a fly in my house.
So, if I can do Shifter.
I almost said you get the best of both worlds, but I don't think I'd want to bang them in their animal form because that would just be bestiality.
That's just bestiality.
Because then that feels like cheating. Because when you're banging, it's just the human person. Yeah, I don't think that counts. This is hard.
Okay. So let's go to like the realm of like Katie Robert with the Dragon's Bride.
Okay.
Because those are humanoid, right?
Yeah, there you go.
He's dragon-ish.
Yeah.
But you're still looking for a compatible jaw. I think you're going to struggle with a compatible jaw.
I know. I
would
leaning
take dragon.
towards like Kraken.
Yeah, tentacles. You like tentacles.
Where it's like a mer Kraken. You know what I mean? Where it's
Okay.
like top half human, tentacles. I am kind of into tentacles right now.
You're into tentacle. You're in your tentacle era.
I'm in my tentacle era. They're fun. There's just a lot you could do with those.
The suction alone.
It's interesting. I just finished a gay Kraken human romance, and particularly for people with a prostate, the suction sounded very rewarding.
I don't have one of those.
I don't have one of those. Sometimes I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, but you also have a clitoris and a G-spot.
That's true.
Why?
We can have multiple orgasms,
Why are
which I
men's-
think is underrated.
Men's G-spots are in their buttholes.
Yeah.
That's what the prostate is. It's the
And
man's G
hey,
spot.
if God didn't want gays, he wouldn't have put that there.
Evolutionarily speaking, why is your pleasure button in your butthole? That's all I have to say about that.
You can't see us, but both of us just put our hands up. Like, what? Hey, man, don't shoot the messenger.
It's just the science.
It's just science.
Okay? It's just science. That's all I'm saying. What have y'all been doing?
If not natural, to do butt stuff.
Why in butt?
Why butt stuff feel good? Oh my god.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna go dragon. I'm thinking soul. I'm thinking
You're like, if I'm going monster, we're doing it, you know?
yeah, monster. Give me monster.
I am really scared of the water though. But I guess if I had a crack in there to keep me safe, it'd be fine.
A kraken would keep you safe.
Assuming I wouldn't drown.
They wouldn't let you drown.
Yeah, that's what I would think. We'd be in love.
Yeah.
So, in this fantasy of mine.
Yeah. I'm going dragon.
There you
You're
go.
going kraken.
I am actually truly not surprised at all by your choice of dragon.
No.
It's kind of your thing.
I like dragons.
Sure do.
I don't look at dragons and I'm like, oh, fuck that. But, you know.
But now that I think about it.
No, think about it.
Oh,
maybe. No, I just really liked the Dragon's Bride.
It was a really cute one.
Yeah. But you said tentacles and I'm like,
Handy.
Andy. All right, guys. I think that about wraps us
That's
up.
enough.
Let's get out of here. All right, and that's all for this episode of the Unhinged Smut Book Club. Thanks for reading with us. I'm Morgan.
And I'm Stevie. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe so you don't miss an episode filled with chaos, kink, and questionable literary choices.
Until next time, keep it spicy.